Hey, what's up? It's Frank here from Data Driven, um, Impact Quantum, and a few other sites. And I'm looking for where the graphics are. Um, there it is. You can check me out at the following URLs. Um, and today is September 1st. Um, September is the unofficial start of fall, particularly here in the US, where we have Labor Day weekend coming up now, basically. And hey, I see I have a chat message. Victoria, hola, buenas tardes, ¿cómo está? She's helping me learn Spanish. Um, September for me personally is a very pensive time of year. For those you don't know, I was at the World Trade Center on 9/11. I was headed to building 4. And so, when the clock turns September, I tend to, let's see, can I put the chat there? Um, the When the clock turns to September, I start pondering the meaning of life. It used to be a very stressful time of year, reliving the anniversary, but um, hey, Adam Ross Nelson, awesome. I have to read that. He understands Spanish. I know he understands Spanish because he spent some time in Costa Rica. I'm assuming that's where you learned it, Adam. By the way, we had an excellent show go live this week on Data Driven, where we interviewed Adam, and he's a very interesting and unique guy. And one of the things that I do mention in somewhere in the show was empathy and kind of the empathy industrial complex, which I was going to do today. I'm staying. Well, this last couple of weeks I've been in Hilton Head Island, South Carolina, and there's a beautiful marina here. And I was going to do it with the boats behind me because it ties into watercraft. Anyway, yes, in Spanish. I know I need to do this. How do I hide? There we go. I need to do the live stream in Spanish. But as the calendar turns to September, I tend to get very pensive about life and things like that. It's been 21 years, 21 years, 21 years since 9/11 happened, and it's hard to believe that babies born that day could legally drink in the U.S., which is pretty crazy if you think about it. Um, yeah, it's been it's, so this time of year I tend to start thinking about the meaning of life. Why was I allowed to live when so many people I knew passed away? That sort of thing. And it's a good time of year to go on vacation for me because summer kids are, uh, it's a good time to kind of pause the chaos of summer, getting ready for the chaos of the kids going back to school. Our school district goes back Tuesday. Plus, there's been a lot of exciting things going on at work, right, Victoria? Victoria is one of the rock stars that we have here at Red Hat, covering Latin American accounts and doing some awesome data stuff. So big shout out to you, Victoria. Should have you on the podcast actually, or a live stream. Um, yeah, we had Adam on the show this week. Really interesting discussion. Really good guy too. I met him through Lillian Pearson's kind of mastermind group. Got to have Lillian on the show because she's quite the she's quite the she's quite the influence, that's for sure. Oh, thank you, Victoria. I will respond with no. You're the best. Um, so just enjoying kind of. And I actually stepped outside. The place that we rented this week has a pool, a private pool. So there it is. Fenced in backyard. This place after the storm came through, I mean, it's covered. I mean, because if you look at the forest stuff, I mean, all the tree branches and stuff were down. It's pretty wild, actually. Um, but again, we were mostly spared from the full wrath of the hurricane. That's a very Phil Collins type light. There we go. That's much better. But so I've had a good vacation here. It's time to go back to reality and stuff like that. And September is good time to be very pensive. Like why, why do I do what I do? That sort of thing. Um, Um, yeah, so it's been good. It's been good, relaxing, getting away, getting work from work mostly. I still been checking my email a little more than I should, but it is nice to get away. So I hope everyone out there has a really good Labor Day weekend plans. If you celebrate Labor Day weekend in your country, I know it's most of the world. Labor Day is May 1st. Here in the U.S., it's the first Monday in September. I'm not sure if that's the case in Canada too. But typically, culturally, it marks the start of fall. In fact, the other thing that marks the start of fall, especially in the last few years, is the arrival of pumpkin spice everything. Um, obviously, Dunkin' Donuts, Starbucks, obviously, Dunkin' Donuts has ads everywhere. Pumpkin spice this. I was at Sam's Club, and they don't have the Christmas stuff out just yet, which is another indicator of we're headed towards the final part of the year. But they did have like a 15, 20 foot skeleton. That was cool. I almost bought it last year, but since there's only but so much room we can have in the car, we'll do it. But the Halloween stuff is a big dead giveaway. Summer's coming to an end. The pumpkin spice. There was a bunch of pumpkin spice stuff. There was protein drinks, and there was pumpkin spice protein drinks, which I was like, wow, I think as a culture we may have jumped the shark on that one pumpkin spice bandwagon. But yeah, so a lot of interesting things going on. Large language models. I've had a chance to read up a book on OpenShift, seeing that I do a lot of OpenShift type stuff. So I did bring some technical books with me. Did do some reading, things like that. But and if you saw, I did a live stream on the Metro Count system that they have on the bike paths here on the island, which is interesting. They have an office in Maryland, right? Over in looks like Annapolis area. They have a 410 area code, which is and they're I think it was Annapolis or Annapolis Junction, so not that far from me. So if you're watching Metro Count, I'd love to kind of do a tour or just kind of just talk and like because I don't know, I just think it's a fascinating device in terms of what it does and how it works. And got a couple. Andy, got a couple of other things in the pipeline that we'll be talking about soon. And yeah, it's been an interesting year. It's been an interesting year. So I feel a nice, wonderful breeze. The sun is setting. I'm out by the pool, and I think that's a good time to end the stream. Thank you, Victoria. Thank you, Adam, for joining live. Um, and I should probably pick up a book on Spanish, on learning Spanish. What do you think, Victoria? So with that, I will end the stream and wish you all a very happy weekend wherever you are on this planet of ours. And the sun is getting in my eyes, and maybe that's nature telling me it's time to unplug. So with that, I'll end the stream. Thank you very much, and have a good weekend. Maybe I'll stream tomorrow too, from the marina. All right, later. Hasta la vista. Is that the right thing? Adios.